What's going on, YouTube? In today's video, I'm excited. We planting sweet potatoes. They just came in the mail. Let's get to it. All right. Now, before we get to the actual planting of the sweet potatoes, I got to show you this irrigation that I put in yesterday. Y'all know I like running drip irrigation. And so what I did was I tied off from way down there, right down there. I made me a little access point. I'm gonna put a little on-off knob that I can turn this on and off. But anyway, I ran it on down here. I teed it off. I'm gonna bury all this, but I wanted to leave it up for the video. And then I ran some irrigation to this one. I only did one line, but I'm gonna do more lines over here. But I had to finish this one because I knew I was getting my sweet potato slips. So what I'm gonna try to do here. Now, if y'all remember in the last video about this raised bed is when I put up this trellis right here. And so I planted pole beans up along that edge and up along that edge down there. So what I did was I ran just some main line tubing down through there. And let me see if I can get you over here. And then I just used the little emitters that you can place where you want them at. I used those down there on the main line all the way down. I put one near where each plant, about where each plant is. And then what I did was I ran drip tape from here all the way down there. They're about a little more than a foot apart. And so what I'm planning on doing is I'm gonna put sweet potatoes down on this side of that strip, down on that side of that strip, and on that side of that strip right there, all the way down. I think I ordered 20 slips. So that's, that's 8. I could do 8 in one row, or I could do 7 and 7, and then I could do 6 in another row. So we're gonna get all the math done. This ain't math class. We're gonna get all the math done. But yeah, let me break these jokers out the box, because I ain't even opened the box yet. You know what I'm saying? Let me open this box and then see what we got. All right. All right, so it comes with this. I got this from Hoss. All right, so it comes with a sweet potato recipe or some recipes over there. It's got a growing guide inside of it, tell you exactly what you need to do. And it comes with your sweet potato slips. Now, some people might see these and say, man, they look rough. Don't worry about that, okay? They look pretty to me. They look pretty. So I'm gonna get these out of here, because sometimes they send you different amounts, you know, so I'm gonna see exactly how many I have, and then I'm gonna have to figure out how many I'm gonna put on each row. Also, I wanted to show you what's inside the little pamphlet. They got all kinds of instructions down here. I will take a photo of this and throw it up on the screen so y'all can see it better. But they got a lot of great information. Hoss does an amazing job with their packaging and what they put in it for instructions and whatnot, because they really want to help you grow which is one of the reasons why I love supporting Hoss. All right, so I got them laid out down here. I got 13 of the Murasaki, and I got 14 of the Georgia Jet. So that is 27. So 8, 8, and 8 is 26. No, that's 24. So I can do 9, 9, and 9. Is how I can do it. So, oh, let me show you this right here too. So, when you're dealing with sweet potato slips, see the top right there doesn't look too good, but look at those roots. That's what matters right there. Okay, so when you get them and you see them, they look wilted and whatnot, don't worry about that. A lot of people worry about that. But those roots right there, that's the bee's knees. So I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And then I'm gonna come back down here and go 1, 2, 3 to there. I'm gonna do 9 over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there it is. That's 9. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep. So the Murasaki, I'm gonna put my little tab down there, is on this end, and it stops right here. I just want to be able to mark where it stops at so that I can. What's that? Big old clock. And then the Georgia Jet is down here and comes up this side and will stop right there. All right, so first thing I do is I need to put down some fertilizer. So I'm putting them on this side over here. So I just want to come down through here and lightly rake me a little furrow. Just like that. And then I'm going to put down my complete organic 543. Now with sweet potatoes, you really don't want to go with a high nitrogen fertilizer. You want to go with fertilizer high in potassium and phosphorus. They're gone. My brain got frozen there for a second. But for the initial planting, I like to use complete organic. So now for future applications, I'm going to use a fertilizer that is heavier in phosphorus and potassium. All right, now this bed is rather large, so I'm going to try to reach across here and get that in the ground. So if you look here, oh, sorry, you need to hit the camera. If you look here, I'm planting them up to about right in this area where you see it change to that really nice green. That's how deep I'm burying it. Okay, I'm not gonna bury it all the way up here. You could, But I like to just bury it to where they had it at, okay? All right. Now they are all planted. I got 27 of them in there, 9 on each row. Now, let's go over some housekeeping notes. Yeah, you probably want to space them out more than what I did, right? Which I may go back and space that row out a little bit further. Because if you see these right here, I ended down here toward the end, and they got a little bit more space in between them. Some of them don't, but for the most part they do. I like to go at least 12 inches apart. You could go 14 inches apart if you like. But you know what? I'm gonna leave those. I'm gonna leave those just like that and see how they do, versus these that are a little bit further spaced out. I'm gonna do that experiment. But if you know, if I was gonna do this, what I would say is the perfect way, I probably would have done 12 to 14 inches in between them. All right. And I also kind of wanted to keep them kind of close to an emitter, you know, because that's where the water is going to come out, you know. So I want them to be kind of close to an emitter so that I'm guaranteeing that they're getting some water. And as a matter of fact, let me turn on this water. I'll be right back. All right, well, I got my water turned on. I'm gonna let this run for, I don't know, 30 minutes to an hour. Let this get soaked in real good. And I may come back with my dram nozzle and water these in real good, because this time right now is very important for water to get on those roots. Very important. So don't skimp on the water, especially right after you've gotten these out of the mail. If you have time, you could take these and put them in some water, just enough to cover the roots, and leave them like that for a few days. The tops will green up real nice and whatnot, and you know, you can plant them then because the roots have been rehydrated and whatnot. I choose to just do it straight out of the packaging. So I need to water heavily, okay? That's super, super important. So after I get them watered in real good, the only thing left to do for the initial part of growing these is I will hill these. Once they've grown about maybe a foot or so, I'm gonna hill them, but I'm gonna hill them a little differently than what I would do in ground. I'm just gonna add soil to this raised bed, which if you notice, you know, it's down real low. I do that on purpose so that in cases like this, one, so I don't have to fill up the raised bed all that much. These are 2x8s, so this is 16 inches. I mean, daggone, most things don't need 16 inches of soil, so I don't fill them up all the way. But yeah, I'm gonna hill these differently than like what y'all saw in my potato hilling video. So I'm just gonna add soil to the top of this, and I'm gonna mound it around each plant, okay? So I'll bring y'all along when I do that as well. But anyway, that's it for now. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something. Don't forget, do all the YouTube stuff. Like, share, subscribe. Yeah, you know, if you got somebody that may be planting some sweet potatoes and you want to make sure that they plant a bumper crop, share this video with them. You know what I'm saying? I have got to redeem myself from last year. And as a matter of fact, I guarantee I'm going to redeem myself from last year. But anyway, I'll take y'all along on the ride with me. Everything I'm telling you, I'm going to be on these jokers. I'm going to baby these jokers right here. But y'all be good. Don't forget, check out my affiliates. Got some cool gear down there. Got some cool garden supplies and all kinds of stuff. You know, discount codes and all that. Oh, and with Grunt Style, they have some May the 4th be with you gear or apparel, and they have Cinco de Mayo apparel as well. So check them out. Don't forget to use my discount code SaltyDawg20. You get 20% off your purchase. You can only use it one time. Does not apply to sales. I got all the particulars to it down below, so go check it out. You know, represent in style on May the 4th and May the 5th, or yeah, May the 5th. But anyway, hey, I'm gonna let y'all get out of here. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next video.